All right, guys, so Burghley 2024 just wrapped up, and welcome to my series called Who Jumped It Best, and we are doing all of the major combinations on the Burghley course. This has been so much fun to put together. I've already done the dairy mound, we have the trout hatchery, we have the coffin, we have so many different jumps. So make sure you click the links in and around this video because there's a whole bunch for you guys to watch. This video in particular is about the trout hatchery. So what the riders had to do, they had to first jump a mound down a really steep hill. Some people lost control going down that hill. And the thing is, if you took a turn too wide coming to the next roll top mound, which was a big jump into the water, there were some people who straight up like freaked me the F out because they were coming in hot and they just flew off that bank, and some of the horses lost their footing on landing because they were coming in with way too much power. Now, on cross country, you do want to ride aggressive. You do want to make sure that you have enough momentum. But sometimes if you're jumping up and down, that momentum can make you somersault. So there are a few people not on this list because they were unfortunately eliminated at the trout hatchery because of exactly what I just described. Then you had to make a sharp right-hand turn up a little bit of like a moundy type hill and bank. You'll see because there's some gravel, so they were obviously trying to help the horses gain their footing coming out of that water. You had to jump a really big, tall, skinny 2 strides out over a brush. So as we watch through, we've got a few more. We've got like 24 people in our mix here. So what we're going to do, we're going to watch each person. We're going to give our thoughts as we go, and then at the end, I want everyone to vote in the comments below who you think jumped it the best. Let's go. Number 1. All right, Harry Mead. This guy flies fast through cross country. Here we go. Coming in hot. Yeah. Everybody throws their hand back. I really want to know why. Skinny corner, 2 strides. Wow, he really did a good job to get that horse back on the line because as you could see, he was a little swervy. I really liked Susanna Berry. She had 2 horses, and she got nothing but better as the day went on. That was a smooth jump in. She lost a little power, but yeah. Steer, girl, steer. Okay, he did a good job coming down that hill with not too much momentum because then he got a really nice jump in the water there. Wow! All right. He's flying by the seat of his pants over that corner. Way to get back, girl. Oh, that angle kind of sucks for the visual, but oh my gosh, so far she gets an A+ on that out. Ooh, she got... why do we like this angle? It's terrible. Woo! They did a good job together getting out of that combination. All right, I liked that power because it moved forward through it. Oh my gosh, okay, so far he's winning. This is Colorado Blue, lots and lots of 5-star experience. That was a very smooth jump down. All right, he saw that coming over. Ooh, he had to push for that, but he got it done. Wah! That was a little swervy, but got her done. Yeah. Okay, it looks like when you get to the base of that hill and you have 3 going strides up that hill, those are the best rides out. All right, that was a little chip and crawl there, but that was smart. Power. That was a nice jump in. Yep. All right. So far, Alexander Bragg and Jenny Brannigan are on the top of the list. That was a nice jump in. I like how this horse is like, what's next? All right. He somehow stalled in the air. That was impressive. That horse looks like he is having the best time. That horse looks like he loves his job more than any of the other ones. He's like, let me at it. Oh, Harry. Oh my God, here we go. Wow! He likes to go fast. You are definitely the most skilled cross-country rider. Nice. I see how he leaned back extra there because the horse wasn't quite in its own balance. I mean, Tim Price would definitely expect that there. There we go. See, and that horse backed off and he was like, go. And then it was the perfect amount of power coming through there. Way to get her done. Copper Beach has my favorite tail. He just whips it around like he's having so much fun. Nice. All right, he like dragged a leg on the way out, but ultimately that was the smoothest two-stride we saw. There we go, Tom. That was pretty darn smooth. Let's see. You get 3 out of 4 of the smoothest. This was one of my favorite horses of the day, top spin. Nice. And it's a homebred. You always gotta love the homebreds. Oh, she's crawling. Go, go! Wow, that horse is a big stride. She was crawling coming up to that corner, and he just opened up his stride and made up the distance. Yeah. Little stutter step, but I think it worked in her favor. Nice. Yeah. All right, Ollie. All right. He was basically laying down. That was impressive. This guy must have abs for days. Ollie is a get-her-done rider. Masterclass. This one ended up being one of my favorite partnerships of the whole entire day. That was pretty darn smooth. That was pretty smooth. Wow! Drifting out. Nice. Nice. See, and then they lost a little bit of power there. It was a very smooth jump down, but you could see how they both got thrown on their nose a little bit. The ones who did it smoother definitely kept their momentum going forward, even though they were going down. This guy in the Olympics, he was one of my favorite cross-country rounds. Nice. That was a nice step. That was a nice step in there to rock the horse back and get a nice jump down. I like how his body doesn't, he's like not a very tall guy, so his body doesn't influence the horse and throw it off balance. All right, Roz. Only the world number one. Sure, she's gonna. Nice. Oh my gosh, all right. They are definitely in the top 3 so far. Ooh, Vitali. I love this. Historically, I love this horse. Ah, nice. That was a very experienced horse situation there. So that was total class. All right, guys. So that's a really tough one, and it was a big field. I really did pick everybody who jumped it pretty well and didn't scare the crap out of me or didn't fall in the water or, had any kind of issue there. So there was a big field to choose from. I ultimately can't really decide on a winner, and so I'm going to do a top 3 and then vote below in the comments who you think is the best of all of them, but I'm basically selecting my top 3. So the first one is Alexander Bragg and Quindiva. They actually had my favorite round of the entire day, and so it makes sense that they ended up on this list as well, being one of the favorites for the Trout Hatchery. And honestly, I picked this one because it was very smooth start to finish. He had power, he had momentum, but he also was able to control the forward momentum instead of having to kill the power and reactivate. And especially coming out over the last 2, he had the straightest line by far, and there were a lot of flags, as you could see, left and right. You don't get a flag penalty unless the horse doesn't actually get their shoulders through the fence, so a lot of these people didn't actually get a flag penalty on their scorecard, but flags tend to be a consequence if you're not totally dead straight. So he had one of the straightest lines on the way out. The second person is Lauren Ides, and they had my favorite partnership of the round, of their round in total. They won my award for favorite partnership. These are all videos. They're going to be linked down below in the full Burghley 2024 playlist, but they had my favorite round in terms of best partnership. So one of the reasons I liked them at the Trout Hatchery is that it didn't actually go perfect. When they came down that hill, they came a little skidding, but they ultimately got back in balance really fast, had a really smooth jump down, and then she also had a very straight out, and you could tell that the horse was it wasn't hard work or labored work to get out over that combination. And my last one, my last tied for first in third, or not in third, but my third tied for first is, of course, Ross Cantor. And she's on her, she's on Lordship's Gruffalo. It's a very experienced combination, so this makes sense that they would end up on this list. They also won the award for Best Cross Country Round. That does make sense since ultimately they were the overnight leaders going into stadium. But they had a very smooth masterclass on just this entire combination. And she, on the way out, she was stick straight as well. And I really do think that that ended up being my, of everybody that we watched do it, I think that I was pickiest about who jumped out over the last combination the best. And that's how I came up with my, my top 3. So, but don't just take my word for it. Vote below in the comments who you thought was the best. And if you want to see more videos of who jumped it best, I did this for all of the major combinations on the Burghley 2024 course, and you can check those out here.